Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will talk about how to get data or read data from the buffer. We have first we have the flip method to switch the buffer into the read mode, and also then we have the rewind method. If we read the buffer and we want to read it again, we can use the rewind method. And if we want to get the content from the specific or from the given specific slot, we can use the get. Actually, another overloaded get version is you can provide it the index as the parameter, then it will get the data for the given index. If we don't provide the index parameter, it will get the content from the current position. And the array method help us to convert to put the content convert the content into the array. And the clear method help us to delete all the content, all the data in the buffer. And the compact is another function which helps us to switch the buffer's mode to write mode. So for the buffer read, we need to understand a few things. First, let's say we have a buffer and current position is 4. All these 0 through 4 slots, we have filled in the data, and it has capacity of 6. For the flip method, it will set the position to 0 and the limit to 4. This is for the flip method. For the get method, if we don't provide the index, it will, in the for loop, it will increment. And to switch the buffer from the read mode to write mode, we can use these two methods, compact or clear. It's recommended to use the compact because the clear in some extreme situations might delete the data unintentionally. For example, let's say in such a scenario, our data is right to the positions of the 4, and there's some data, let's say two data, so can fit in this buffer on the way for some reason. For example, maybe the network latency or other reasons, this data is on the way. If we use the clear, it will delete all the data, all this data. But if we use the compact, if we use the compact, it will just move the on the way data to the beginning of the buffer, and write, because it has 2 positions, it will append the data from the third index. Okay, let's say all this concept in action. We switch to the idea, create the class called buffer read. I have prepared some code on my note. First, we copy the help method, help function over. As you can see, this help function just print out the information about the buffer position limit, capacity, and remaining. Let's put our code in the main method. We will first create the buffer and put some content, put some data in it. We created the buffer, use the allocate method to create a buffer with capacity of 10. And also after that, we put 0 through 3. So we put 4 numbers in our buffer. Let's print the buffer info. Now it should, the position should be 4 and the limit and the capacity should be 10 after this. So this should, and also the remaining should be 6. Let's check. Okay. It's the same as we expected. Next, let's try to read the buffer one by one. Read the data one by one. Use the get method. You can here we said the get method will read one slot data out. After we call the flip, the position should be set to 0, and the limit should be set to 4, and the remaining should be 4. Let's check. See, the position is 0, limit is 4, remaining is 4. And this is after and before and after. They're the same because we used the method, the get method, by providing the parameters, the index, by providing the index. Next, let's try to get after the for loop. Let's try to get after loop is byte buffer we're putting another statement. Byte buffer or get. Can you guess what this statement on the line 25 will print out? Since the position is not updated by this statement, So I think it will output 48. Let's try. As you can see, yes, it does print 48. Okay, next we try to use another get method, not providing the index. This time, I think this line, the 25, will throw the exception because this statement will update the position. And here, this on the line 22, the position should be 4. And here at the beginning, the position after the flip, the position is 0. Let's try to verify our expectations. Yeah, as you can see here, let's switch to the write mode, position is 0, and after the for loop, the position is 4, limit is 4, remaining becomes 0. And when it comes to this line, to 25, because the remaining 0, we're not allowed to read exceeding the limit. Okay. Let's add this back. Or I will just comment out and comment this out. Okay, next we will try to use the rewind method, because you can see this execution, the last, actually we use this one. We use, after we use the get without providing the index, after the loop, the limit is 4, remaining is 0, so we can use the rewind to read the data again. After the rewind, the position should become set to 0 again, and then we use the byte buffer and pass the byte buffer, the byte array. We use the byte array and pass the byte array to the get method. This is the third overload version of the get method. Let's try. As you can see, after the rewind, after the for loop, the limit is 4, positions 4. But after the rewind, the position becomes 0 and limit become 1. So we can read it again. Let's check the position again after rewind. After rewind, read. Let's print the information. Print info byte buffer. Let's try it. Okay, after rewind read, the position also updated to 4. So to sum up, for the get method, if we don't provide the index, the position will increment. If we provide the index, it will just return the data in the given index. If we provide the bytes array for the get method, it will update the position as well. Okay. Next, let's try to convert the data into array and print it out. And we would like to print out the information about the buffer as well after array read. Okay, let's. As you can see, we can still also, although here, we use the byte array to read the data, and after this, the position is updated to 4 and limit is 4. If we use the get, it will not able to read, but if we can still use the array method to convert the content into array. The whole as you can see, the array content for the empty, for the slot we still not input the data, it will print out the special characters. And the array does not update, the array method does not update the position and the limit. Okay, next, we use the compact to convert our buffer into the into the write mode, and let's actually try to, before that, let's try to set the position to position to 2. So what do we do here? This line is actually, it's, you say the position is 4 here, the position is 4. So you remember 1 through 4, we've already put the data, and we set the position to 2. That means 2, 3, 4 are not occupied. They are not filled up, and we use and then we try to use the compact. Method to convert to the write mode, and then put ABC into the buffer. Let's see what the content will be. Let's run the code. As you can see, we set the position to 2, so 2 and 3 are still put at the beginning of the buffer, and ABC is appended. If we don't set the position, remember here, when our code executed to line 42, the position is already 4 and limit is 4. Let's see. At this time, we will not have 2 and 3 prefixed to our buffer. Say ABC, because the position is 4. Position is 4. So the 4th is not override. If ABCD, we will get the ABCD. As you can see. Okay, next, let's try to use the clear. We comment this out and use the clear. And we set the position to 2. Remember here on the 42, on the line 42, the position is 4 and the limit is 4. But on 45, on line 45, we set the position to 2. So that means here in this box 2 and 3. This is the position 2 and 3, because position is here. So these two numbers actually are after the position. Let's try to use the clear. The clear should get all the data, all the existing data away, purge them away. Let's try. As you can see, if we say it's ABCD, as you can see, 2 and 3 are not prefixed to the current data.